Her image will be iconic long after she has been laid to rest. Instantly recognisable, her profile has been on our coins, notes and stamps for over 70 years. Though she met many thousands of people in person, most of us will have only known her through a lens. Hers is one of the most photographed faces of all time. Poised ceremonial portraits, grand occasions like state banquets, the smiles of a queen at ease, the love of a wife, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and the loneliness of a queen's grief. Each one a defining moment preserved on camera. In 2004, Chris Levine was commissioned to create a portrait to commemorate the island of Jersey's 800 years of allegiance to the Crown. It was a very different sort of photo shoot to the kind Her Majesty was used to. Chris, along with a hologram designer, used light and lasers to create a 3D image.
When she came into the yellow drawing room, it was like the TARDIS. There was all this technology in there. There was a time, one of the laser scanner I was using, you sit down to it in front of the very mechanical, and my assistant Nina said, "Ma'am, it's like having your passport photograph taken. One doesn't need a passport photograph." She stood for so much, and she was an important part of all our lives. I remember showing her the work at Windsor, and I didn't hear her enter the room. And I turned around and, oh, ma'am. And in a moment, I caught a flash in her eye that I'll take with me to the grave. And it was just the enormity of this lady's experience was quite unique, different to the rest of us somehow.
Following a great royal tradition, the Queen has been portrayed on canvas countless times, from Andy Warhol's pop art to those in a more classical style. Richard Stone spent many hours with the Queen as he painted her portrait twice. One of his works has become one of the most reproduced images of her reign.
The moment she put on the diadem, you could just see her back would straighten. There was the feeling that she was Queen. When the Queen left the sitting, I'd spend the rest of the afternoon there painting under white heat to try and capture something of the essence, the spirit of that lady that made her just such an extraordinary person.
She's also been portrayed on stage and screen many times.
I refuse, Robert. You're going to help me sort out this mess.
Barbara Flynn was offered the role for a TV documentary drama.
I immediately, without even thinking, said yes. Then panic set in. You know, should she be played? Do we have the temerity to play this wonderful woman? Do we actually have to try to explain this extraordinary reign?
Juliet Alexander grew up in Guyana in the Caribbean. She remembers the image of the Queen everywhere.
In all public places, banks, city halls, there was a beautiful portrait of the Queen, which would change every 10 or so years. She herself rose above fame. I mean, Kardashians are fame. We're not talking Kardashians. We're talking about somebody who embodied something, who almost had something that you admired. Not that you were jealous of or wanted to be, because nobody wants to be the Queen, but somebody you admired.
It was only when portrayed by others that the Queen became the subject. Her image will be with us forever, even if she is not. Andy Bell, 5 News.